Hey everyone, thanks for joining us here today at Book Blather. If you're new here, I'm Dave, this is Olive, and we talk about books of all types to help spread the joy of reading. Now, today it's officially December, so if you celebrate the holidays this month in any way, we want to wish you a great start to the holiday season. We figured we would kick it off by telling you what we're planning on reading for the holidays. So we have a nice little assortment. We've got some classic Christmas, some contemporary Christmas, some horror Christmas, some sci-fi Christmas, and some smutty Christmas. So let's get started. As always, this is we probably won't get to all of these, so this is sort of our pile of probables, hopefully, or pile of possibilities. But we'll go through what we've got on the table. So the first thing that we're going to be reading is some classic Christmas. We're going to be reading Dickens, who, is some people call the man who invented Christmas. There's even a movie to that effect. And everybody's familiar with the famous story A Christmas Carol, which is often credited with. Oh, you don't like the hat? Okay, you don't have to wear the hat. The Christmas Carol, which is often credited with being one of the things that sort of revitalized Christmas as a holiday and helped make it a major holiday. And so, everybody's familiar with that story, but what I myself didn't realize until very recently, that Dickens wrote many, many Christmas stories, a number of Christmas novellas, like The Christmas Carol, but also a number of Christmas stories. So, in our last video, we showed everybody this book that we recently found out in the wild. It's about 100 years old, this book. It's Dickens' Christmas Books and Christmas Stories. So we are going to be doing some reading out of this volume, and we're also going to combine this with the Penguin version of Dickens' A Christmas Carol and Other Christmas Writings, I think is the name of it. And because that has a couple of additional important Dickens Christmas pieces that are not in this volume. So that's what we're going to be starting off with for sure. Then we are going to be reading a little contemporary fiction here. We have Mr. Dickens and His Carol by Samantha Silva. And this is a relatively recent book. It came out a few years ago. And this tells a story of Dickens before he wrote The Christmas Carol, when he was having trouble, selling books, and this is a fictional novel, but that actually follows the truth a little bit. That he was having a difficult time getting, and the Christmas Carol kind of gave him new life when he did that. So this is a fictional story about him, getting worried about money and the holidays, and he meets, basically, he's one of his late night walks through London. He meets this muse, Eleanor Lovejoy, I guess, inspires him to write A Christmas Carol. So sounds like a great little Christmas tale. We're going to be buddy reading this with Dia over at Novel Idea, and we're pretty excited about this one. Okay, then we're going to be reading a little Christmas science fiction. So we have A Lot Like Christmas by Connie Willis. We have had this. We've had this book for a while. We've meant to read it in the past and hadn't got around to it yet. So we are definitely digging into it this holiday season. So Connie Willis. I don't really hear Connie Willis getting talked about that much, which is strange because she's one of the most successful science fiction writers out there. She's won more awards than anybody. So she's most well known for a Doomsday Book and Blackout. What was it? Blackout All Clear, maybe? I don't know. It was like a two-parter of that. But those books won both the Hugo and the Nebula Awards. So she's won many, many awards. And anyway, so she is apparently loves Christmas. And so she put together this volume of all Christmas science fiction stories. So sounds very unique and very cool. So we're definitely getting into that one this year. Then we have some Christmas horror. We have Hark, the Herald Angels Scream, edited by Christopher Golden. Yep, Christopher Golden. And this is not a new book. This has been out a little while. And this has, it's a number of, what it sounds like, a number of Christmas horror stories by some well-known people. Josh Mallerman, Joe Lansdale, Jonathan Mayberry, Sean McGuire. So I'm sure it's great. And short stories are always good for us. It helps us get through the books when we're able to read them in little bite-sized chunks. Then we also have a horror novella called The Visitor. This is by Sergio Gomez. I hope that's right. And this is a little Christmas tale about 5 people on Christmas Day. 5 people have to weather it. There's a major snowstorm, and they have to weather it out in a diner. And then a 6th visitor comes along, and it turns into not such a festive occasion. So I think the tagline was Christmas this year. Christmas is not only going to be white, but it's also going to be red. So it sounds great, and that's another one we've been meaning to read for a while. And then last, if we don't get to one, it's probably going to be this one, but this is another one we've had for a while, and it does sound really cool. This is Krampus the Ule Lord by Brom. And this one, so this is a tale, obviously, about Krampus. So this is about I think a West Virginian songwriter who's down on his luck, and he's like drinking out on the porch, and he witnesses a fight between Santa Claus and Krampus and his posse. And I think he ends up with Santa's sack or something after this fight goes down, and so chaos ensues. And so it sounds like a really cool, fun Christmas adventure story. I just don't know if we'll have time to get to it, but this is a pretty cool volume. I think Brom is also, he's also an illustrator, so there's a lot of illustrations in this book too. It's got the French flaps, and it's a cool little volume, deckled pages. So I don't know. I hope we'll have time, but there's only so much time between now and Christmas, so we'll see if we get to it. And then the last one is what was the name of it? This is, I forget. Grave Tidings by Salem Sinclair. And so this is our venture into a little Christmas smut. Now, I'm going to blame Crystal over at Fiber Artsy for this, because this is, I keep track of books that we want to get in with Amazon wish lists for different categories. That's just how we keep track of stuff. And so last year I put a couple things in the Christmas reads that I said I want to make sure I get these for next year. So I had forgot about this, and I went and peeked in there this time, and this one was in there. I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to read this, because whoever I'd heard talk about it sounded like great fun. I'm pretty sure it was Crystal, because I'm thinking back all the different booktubers that I watch, and I don't know who else it would be besides Crystal. But if Crystal, if this wasn't you, sorry. But in that case, you may want to check it out, because sounds like your kind of book. So this is about a girl that is, her boyfriend dumps her like right before Christmas, and she unknowingly invites Krampus into her house, and Krampus shows her what happens to girls that are on Santa's naughty list. And so, but it's not a horror. It's like it's a sexy, fun Christmas story, I think. So it sounds deliciously fun. So. We don't normally try this kind of book, but it sounds like it'll be a good time. So we're adding that one to the list. Okay, so that's everything. We're going to be right. I think that was everything. Yeah, we're going to be reading some Dickens from this volume and the Penguin volume. We're going to be reading Mr. Dickens and His Carol by Samantha Silva. We're going to be digging into A Lot Like Christmas by Connie Willis. We're going to be digging into Hark the Herald Angels Scream, edited by Christopher Golden. And we're going to be reading The Visitor by Sergio Gomez and Grave Tidings by Salem Sinclair. If we have time, we will dig into Krampus the Ule Lord by Brom, but like I said, we probably won't have time to get to that. So, though, that's our stack of stuff for the Christmas season. So We would love to hear what all of you. We'd love to hear if you read any of these or are going to read any of these this year, and what you think about it. I mean, if there's something we should knock off the list, let us know. But we would love to hear what other people are reading this holiday season, regardless of genre. We really love this season. It's our favorite season of the year, and so we're pretty excited about it. And we'd love to hear what all of you have lined up. So I think that's it for today. So thanks so much for watching. If you don't want to leave anything substantive, you can, of course, always leave Olive a puppy emoji or a Christmas emoji. It's that time of year. She does always like to see those. Right, Olive? Yeah. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you next time.